How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Ty_Drums here, and you guys are watching Wondering Alcoholics Reviews. Bringing you guys a special one today. We've got ourselves a whiskey, and it's not just any old whiskey. It's the first time we're trying whiskey that's bottled in bond. There's been a few terms floating around with some of the bit pricier whiskeys than what we usually get that I've been wanting to check out, and now it's time to finally check out bottled in bond, which is basically, whiskey or alcohol that meets the strict government standards. We actually reviewed, I think it was Seagram's EV was the imported Canadian whiskey, and that was also bottled under the supervision of the Canadian government. That was an imported product. This is made in the United States, and it's just a bit extra quality. Now, when it comes to this, it is also stronger. This is 100 proof, 50%. Bottled under U.S. government supervision, single distillery, DSP KY1. And this is, of course, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, as you know, Evan Williams. Excuse me. Let's go over what bottled in bond status means. Finely crafted. Bottled in bond status is earned only by meeting strict government standards, originally passed in 1897 to ensure quality and consistency. In accordance with those standards, this bourbon is 100 proof, aged at least 4 years, and produced at a single distillery within a single distillation season. So now we know the exact qualifications, which is very good. Evan Williams' signature as it appeared. There it is. Now let's look at the Kentucky heritage. Evan Williams set up his distillery on the banks of the Ohio River in 1783 and is historically recognized as Kentucky's first distiller of bourbon. This special bottled in bond bourbon is a genuine sour mash that honors his pioneering heritage. All right, so this... Sorry. Just took a rip before this, so... Okay. So this is very cool. We've had Evan Williams before, I believe. Got the little covering, but... Ooh, that smells pretty sweet, actually. Definitely oaky. This looks pretty good. Smells good, too. And this was like $25 for the 750, so it's a little more expensive, but if you want some bit more quality, we'll see just how good of a choice it is to get this instead of the usual Evan Williams, which is like $10 for some of the same size. Sorry if you hear the buzzing. This fly got in. I tried to kill it and get it out earlier, but it's going to be buzzing around. We're going to get buzzed here too. Cheers, everybody. Woo! Oh, wow. That is one of those experience kind of whiskeys right there. Oh, yeah. That hits you. Got the goosebumps from that. So definitely a good hitting whiskey. Definitely oakier. It's definitely got some oakiness to it, but it's also really juicy. There's some fruitiness to this as well. Lots of interesting notes, like an oaky, like almost like a citrusy kind of fruit. Like bright fruit notes are in this with the oakiness, and it's got like this very interesting mouthfeel to it to boot. I feel like it would almost compare to that House Targaryen whiskey that we had last year in terms of what I would compare it to. And that one's a more expensive bottle. This one's like a fraction of the price of that bottle. But the notes in here are pretty interesting. Now, I feel like this is something I would drink slow. I wouldn't take a shot like that again. I'd probably just sip this one, which is probably what you should do for 100 proof. I mean, we've had the last 100 proof stuff we had, though. This is way better than that. This is way better than the Rumpelmints or that fucking Yukon Jack. This is this is surprisingly good. And it makes me curious about some other brands. I know Jack Daniels has a bottle and bond. They have, Gentleman Jack, a lot of other ones, and that's just naming one brand in particular. Um, this is, I would probably say like a 9.5, 9 out of 10, right around there. Just because, it is strong. You can feel the strength behind it. Um, it reminds me of the House Targaryen, which I still think that one's better. So this one's like, for cheaper, you can still get something similar. Which is nice, though. I will say the quality is good. I can understand why people would choose to buy this over the regular Evan Williams whiskey. And we do have another Evan Williams bottle we're going to try tomorrow. Excuse me. That I am excited to show you guys. Oh, the hiccups are coming in. Excuse me. But, and we're going to compare those bottles in a couple days, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But until next time, folks, it's been your boy Ty_Drums signing off for Wandering Alcoholics Reviews, and as always, remember to pillage responsibly, my friends. Skål. Oh yeah, that was much better. Ooh, take care, everybody.